Hello and welcome. I'm Laura Cornelius and you're watching the Global Poker League Summer Series live from Las Vegas. Today it's a doubleheader. We've already seen Scott Ball of the Las Vegas Moneymakers make a clean sweep, taking 9 points for Chris Moneymaker's team. He was facing off against a Randy Nananoko Liu who left with nothing. Now we have a match everyone has been waiting for. It's Daniel Jungleman Cates of the Berlin Bears versus Xuan Liu of the Montreal Nationals.
Hello, my babies, and welcome to the Global Poker League Summer Series, heat number 6, the 6th and final heat of the summer. We are deep into it. We are Scott Ball deep into it. I am Joe Stapleton. He is Eric Dennis, and today we have the second half of an incredible doubleheader. We just watched Scott Ball trounce Nano Noko 3-0, but that was supposed to be the pre-fight. That was the undercard for the real match starting now.
It's a pretty big undercard, to be honest. But yes, boy, people have been waiting for this one. There's a buzz in this building, and I'm not kidding. There actually is a buzz. He's here, folks. The Jungleman is here. Dan Cates in the cube, facing off with Xuan Liu of the Montreal Nationals. It's last place in Eurasia versus first place in the Americas Conference. It's going to be a doozy, if I can say that word and not sound like I'm 85 years old.
Don't draw attention to it. It's going to be a doozy.
It's going to be a barn burner.
You mentioned last place in the Eurasia Conference. Let's take a look at that visually.
We like to look at that visually, as we'll see very shortly. Those Berlin Bears struggling for points, Joe. Really, really in need of a win here. At least 6 points are required for them to move as close as possible to the Rome Emperors. There is a chance here. I mean, only a 5 point difference between Paris and Rome. There is a chance with 6 points at least from the Berlin Bear, from Dan Cates. There's a chance for this team to really get back in the race, almost like we've seen the Las Vegas Moneymakers. Suddenly these playoff races, it looked like it was fait accompli, as we would say in French. It doesn't look like that anymore. It looks like if Dan Cates can get a good result here, the Berlin Bears could be right back in the race.
What is that fait accompli? Everything happens for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
That's not really what it means, is it?
No.
So why would you...
Done and done.
Why would you use the word fate then? Fate accomplished. Fate accompli.
It's a good question. Going to check with...
Quick, go to the Americas Conference. Cover up this awkwardness.
Speaking of awkward, it's awkward for the Montreal Nationals to be walking around everywhere because people just look at them and think they're gods and goddesses. 139 points so far this year, Joe. The best team in the GPL by far. The team that's closest to them, the LA Sunset, are 11 points behind. Both teams have one match left here, in the summer series. Xuan Liu completes the action for the Montreal Nationals today. 15 matches left for those teams afterwards. So still, it's not secured yet, but it does look like Montreal could very well be the first team to secure a playoff spot in the first few weeks when we get back to online play.
And top scorers, are we looking at these guys' individual stats for today? Have we got these?
Yeah, those will come after the first interview, right?
Oh, that's right. We do them after the interview. I'm so excited because I want to see what Jungleman's been doing in this first couple of matches here. We'll have to wait for that for 1 second. It is worth announcing that Xuan Liu is the first female to ever play in the cube.
Oh, is she? Didn't even realize that.
I did realize that. I realize it every day.
I think the hundreds of people in chat have realized that as well.
Correct. Oh, there was some guy, by the way, Xuan, who wanted me to say hi to you.
Just
I forget who it is now.
Yeah.
But hi from him. Hi from that guy. And I think right now it is time for Laura to say hi to Xuan as well. It's Dan, don't worry. I screwed that up.
This is not Xuan, this is the Jungleman. We are so excited to have him here outside the cube. We thought we were going to have you the other day, and you didn't show up. Where were you? What happened?
I was not in Vegas. I was somewhere else.
Where were you? In the jungle?
I don't even know where I was. I might have been in the jungle. I might have been in the Dominican Republic, as random as that is.
Oh, playing some poker?
No.
Just having fun, jungle style.
Just doing jungle stuff.
So excited to have your first game in the cube today. Mm-hmm. What are you expecting from it?
I'm expecting a game of poker with some cards.
No cards.
No,
virtual cards.
Oh yeah, virtual cards. I don't really know what to expect. I didn't even know what the cube was until recently.
Oh, you're about to find out.
I knew it was a cube. That was about all I knew about the cube.
And you were playing Xuan Liu today. She is looking very, very hot. Do you think that's gonna sort of?
I don't think so, but we'll see.
You're not gonna let it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna find out.
We also noticed you're a bit hungry coming in today, so we were gonna get
hungry
Joe.
for chips also. So.
But do you like pizza?
I do not want pizza currently. No.
Oh no. We're about to find out. We were about to order you a pizza.
Lean food, good poker. Good think about good poker. Like if it's have pizza, it's all over.
So you wouldn't have any pizza? You don't have a favorite topping on your pizza?
No pizza for today.
Oh God, this has gone all wrong. Joe, I'm sorry, back to you. He's about to order the pizza, but there is no pizza now.
No, cancel it. Yeah, sorry. I had this whole bit planned, and it's not going to work out. I thought it'd been... Okay, no, thank you.
He's already ordered it.
I thought it'd been really funny to have a Domino's guy walk into the cube And then, maybe we could start a beautiful business partnership. But hey, people are eating lean these days. You're not a huge fan of the pizza. You know what I mean? You like to eat healthy. We get why Jungleman Dan may not want to eat some pizza. It's fine. The rest of us will just suffer. No big deal.
Could we still have done the bit?
The problem is that, here's the thing, is that healthy food, it's hard to get it delivered on the spot. You know what I mean?
It's impossible, yeah.
You got to cook.
Yeah.
You got to go to the grocery store. You got to go to Whole Foods and run into all those.
They don't really deliver. They don't need to, right? So.
Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough to get good food fast, that's all. Yeah. So maybe Jungleman will have to go for the twigs and berries after he's done in the cube.
I'll take him for twigs and berries after.
Yum. Let's take a look at Jungleman's stats. I think I got that right this time. There we go.
Yeah, Joe, you know this. There's 72 players in this league, and just Jungle's been struggling quite a bit. Although, boy, he's seen his share of bad beats earlier on in the season, and I think Phil Gruesome put him on the bench as a mercy pull as Jungle was getting hit left and right from Nanonoko and Elke. And again, a lot of it not his doing. 66th in the league in points, 1 point in 6 max action, 6 points in heads up. Last in wins, 0 wins. Of course, that would place him last. And the 15% total points efficiency is just not what we expect from the superstar that is Jungleman. That all could change today. And if it does, boy, those Bears can make it interesting in that Eurasian Conference.
Yeah, 9 whole points up for grabs today for Jungleman. Let's take a look at Xuan's performance so far here in the GPL.
Yeah, Xuan has it's done way better. She's only played 2 matches so far, but 1 win in those 2 matches places her 58th in points, 8 points, all of them coming in 6 max. She played 2 6 max matches a few weeks ago. 1 win, 57% efficiency rate, which places her 17th in the league. So again, not a big what am I saying here? Not a big resume here, but what we did see from Xuan was excellent poker. She won a match right after Kitty Quo had won as well. So it was just a ladies' night at the GPL that week.
Eric, you don't need a cube to get into the resume. You need a resume to get out of the cube.
Got it.
I'm not even really sure what that means, but it sounded really good.
Got it.
The GPL is where you build your resume. We're all starting off here. We don't know what sorts of trends and things are going to develop. Not even everyone's had a chance to play so far this season in the GPL. So it's really hard to have a basis as to like how someone's really doing. I've noticed that no one is really in that sort of percentage of points earned based on what's been available. I've noticed that not many people, I don't think no one's over like 67% there.
Yeah, Martin Jakobsen is the only one over 60 at this point. So yeah, it's been a good start to the year for Martin Jakobsen, but the others, and Olivier Bousquet now as well with his latest win, those 2 players over 60%, but those are the only 2 at the moment.
Yeah, so Xuan Liu's got an opportunity today to improve on that 50-something percentage she's got going right now. 9 more points up for grabs for her today, and right now she's on the floor with Laura.
Indeed, not only the debut of the Jungleman today in the cube, but also of Xuan Liu. Thank you so much for joining us. Excited more to play in the cube or Jungleman?
Probably the cube. I thought I wasn't going to be able to make a match for my team in the cube this summer, but then they changed the schedule from Sunday to today, Tuesday, and I just got in last night or 2 nights ago, so I'm pretty happy to be here now.
We saw you in the pool enjoying July the 4th.
Yeah, it was kind of because it was a last minute change, and I don't really have a heads up background. I didn't think 1 day of prepping was going to really set me up for competing against one of the best heads up players in the world. So, I just decided to take a pool day and make the most of it.
Have you had much experience playing against the Jungleman before?
I don't think so. I don't think we've ever played together, actually.
But I like you've put on a sexy outfit to try and distract.
Well, since I'm the first female, I just decided to put on some heels, even though, normally I'd be wearing sneakers, just, because why not? Because no one else has been wearing heels in there, right?
Indeed, we are very excited to have our first lady in the cube. How confident are you feeling?
About as confident as I could be playing, a heads-up match in there right now.
We're sure you're going to smash it anyway, so
awesome.
Best of luck to you. Xuan Liu about to face off against Jungleman in that first game inside the cube. Back to you.
Let me speak for the entire Twitch audience when I say... You're right, Xuan. No one has been wearing heels in the cube, and I think most of them appreciate it.
Incorrect.
Is that incorrect?
Yeah, Sorel Mitzi wore heels twice.
That is very Sorel-like. That explains a lot about his height advantage.
Good link.
If I could just have a bone to pick with Laura.
Please.
Quick. Laura, I just said ask Jungleman what his favorite pizza topping is. I didn't say ask him if he wants pizza.
All right, we could have, yeah.
Right? See,
he doesn't get to decide if he eats it or not.
I'm more of a ask for forgiveness rather than permission. The same reason I didn't run this whole plan by anyone. who, you know, and any of the bosses or anything, because then they go, no, we can't have pizza. And then I was like,
is that your French accent? Pretty bad. Yep.
Well, is it supposed to be good? It was 4 words. It was fine.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just disappointed because my friend Jesse has a band called J-Cat and the Kittens, and there's a song called Pizza Party. I was going to play that while it was happening, and I'm just really bummed out because I really wanted to see what a Domino's guy would look like in the cube.
It would have been pretty amazing.
It could have.
Just do it anyway. Do it anyway.
You think I should order some pies anyway?
Pepperoni.
Why not? All right, maybe we'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. At the very least, we got to get this pizza party started. Dan Cates and Xuan Liu are ready to enter the cube.
Players, please enter the cube.
Do they shut the door?
I mean, Xuan, I'm sure, loves herself some pizza. Dan, very nice of him. Oh.
Pizza party. Eric, you handle the action for a minute.
Yeah. Xuan Liu with the coconut water. Good decision. Keeping herself hydrated. Dan got here with nothing.
Do we start?
Yeah.
Get him. Boy, none of these online deals are very good.
Was that right?
Oh, here we go. 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 16-piece Parmesan bread bites, 8 pieces Cinesticks, and a 2-liter of Coke.
You know Jungle's gonna eat a Cinestick. Dan pressing buttons and he bets. Xuan has ace high, but will fold the first hand.
Domino's, man, come on.
Xuan with a pocket pair here. Wiener, you're correct. Nostradinus selecting Xuan Liu to win this match. She was on my podcast way back when. Very nice of her.
Eric, what do you like? Just veggies?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm not a big...
You're not going to eat any of this?
No, thank you.
Well, if nobody's going to eat it, what in the hell am I ordering it for?
For Jungle, just
you know
for
what?
show.
I'm just over it now. I don't...
Jungle
try to do a nice thing. Poker Mindset Coach says viewers went from 583 to 701 second as the match started.
It's because you were ordering pizza.
The power of a grill.
And a Jungleman.
It's a jungle outside, it's a jungle inside. It's a regular bleeping jungle fest. JDA 1119 says thin value, thin crust.
It's a little better.
Draina says going into the cube and not wearing heels and shorts is actually a pretty big league IMO.
3/4 size here.
Ooh, Dan's actually paying attention to bet sizing with his up and down straight draw. Xuan does have the best hand for now. Reckless Tyler says, I'm ordering Domino's for my own family. What's the address for the cube? I'll send one over to them as well. It's really weird that he would admit on air to hating his family that much that he would order Domino's for them.
Order some cardboard pizza.
Do you remember a couple years ago where they had that marketing campaign to like improve the taste of their recipe, like the sauce and the dough, because everyone complained how bad it was? At that point, when I tried the new stuff, I upgraded them from poison to anything but Domino's.
They now have that car that you can cook the pizza in the car.
3 sevens.
They do.
For Xuan is good enough on the end.
Good check.
Thank you.
Dan wise enough
Did something stupid.
to check behind and not bluff.
Joe, I don't think I've ever thought I would say this in our efforts to sportify poker, but I wonder if the heels by match 3 will become an issue for Xuan. That's got to be a little tough on the legs. Not that I've worn them myself, so I have no clue.
I've worn heels before. Not easy to do, but they do make you feel sexy.
Yeah.
So there's a trade-off there.
I got you.
I think Xuan's going to be just fine. I think Xuan is a professional.
Joe, as you know, there's a friend I've been speaking with in the last few weeks. She just mentioned, WTF, you never told me there was girls in this league.
Poker's best kept secret. Poker's best kept secret. Just edit that later. That's right, John Paul the Great. Poker's best crust secret. That's what I was thinking of. Still pizza on the brain. Xuan started with the best hand, was outflopped by Jungleman Dan. I like the way Jungleman's written there, as if that's his name, Jungleman. Oh, I'm going over Passover supper at the Jungleman's. Unicalis says, why do they wear earphones? That's because it's very difficult to build a room that is 100% soundproof. So for the slight noise that may make it in, like say we had a huge crowd and they were all stamping their feet, the headphones are there to make sure that noise gets canceled out and so that Xuan and Dan can hear each other. You can see they're mic'd up. So the music and the sound effects and their own voices get piped into each other.
And to be fair, if we made that thing 100% soundproof, they'd die because there'd be no air.
Yeah, it's very difficult because where there's air, there's vibration.
Yep.
There's molecules that can transfer.
Hold on. Where there's air, there's vibration. I'm going to use that in the text later on today.
Nice.
And of course, follow that up with a Marky Mark classic, Good Vibrations.
You know there was a Good Vibrations before that.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
I just like to reference Marky Mark.
A literal dead heat on this flop as to who's going to end up the winner.
It's jungle.
At Showdown, that is.
Whatever became of that Marky Mark? He just one-hit wonder, right? That's it? Never heard from him again? Okay.
Just kind of fell off the face of Poker Panther says, Officer, my name is Jungleman. And Talon Chick, Adrian Rouse, loves it when I talk physics. Unknown Jesus. What is happening today? Unknown Genius says, Xuan, please don't get outflopped every time.
That is a skill that Jungle has, outflopping opponents.
She did not need to be outflopped this time.
Prant is right. I should not forget about the Funky Bunch. They went nowhere after this.
Xuan's Queen High, the second nut nothing on this board. She is going to check, and so is Jungleman. And he is going to win that with Ace High. Pretty much a dead heat chip-wise so far.
Aurora Chad saying Eric Dennis is a comedian, right? I don't know who Eric Dennis is, but yeah, I think so. Apparently he's really funny.
Eric Dennis Miller. Oh. And I am out of here. Rimjob wants to know, how much money is this for? There's a $100,000 first place prize at the end of the season.
Fold KK letting me know that Marky Mark is Mark Wahlberg. Successful actor. Thank you.
No. They look really similar, but I don't think it's the same guy.
What about the burger guy? Yep. Mark Wahlberg. Burger guy.
Xuan is going to bet with the worst of it. Pretty good chance they chop this at Showdown, though, based on what's out there. Jungleman folds the slightly better hand. Blinds are up. 4,800. They go up every 4 minutes.
It's better than us being silent, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. I can't ramble like I do on the stream. Because I'd be telling you what I'd be doing.
It's true.
That's okay, I don't mind.
Of course you don't mind that. Doesn't seem like a good idea.
God, Joe, I'm receiving confirmation that Mark Wahlberg is Marky Mark. No, he's not. Joe knows. Joe knows these people. He hangs out with them.
I
in
could be
Hollywood.
mistaken, but I don't think it's the same guy.
I think you're right. Yeah, you go to Hollywood. You live in Hollywood. You see all these people.
You're saying the star of Transformers 4 is the same guy that used to dance around in his underwear?
See Transformers 4.
This has happened. And compared to on the stream.
Joe Fresh, as the sexual tension is building, that's because Joe and I have not been together for a few days, so getting to know each other again. Find the Grind asking, why'd you get Erica as co-caster and not Liv Boree? Well, it's because she doesn't want to do this.
Why didn't you get Marky Mark?
Yeah, he must be available.
Jungleman with the suited ace. Don't expect he'll be folding. Facing a raise from Xuan.
Sloth now confirms
Free bet.
Marky Mark is a bouncer at the Elbow Room in South Boston. That makes sense.
That sounds more likely.
Yep.
Xuan's 3 still good. Pretty bad flop though. And it's a flop that would hit Jungleman's range a fair percentage of the time, so Xuan opts to not bet that flop when it's checked to her. Jungleman checks again.
Bad board for you?
Yeah. I have the 2 of clubs in my hand. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that.
I'm gonna find out soon.
I had the ace 2 of clubs. That's not that interesting.
All right. At least you give me some respect.
I should have made some more. Maybe I'll make some disrespectful free bets.
I'm gonna find out. You're gonna get punished.
Oh, that's not good.
Someone's calling Joe.
Sorry about that. Rang through to my phone.
It's Domino's. They're
It
canceling
could very
the order.
well be Domino's.
Yeah, but you find out between those matches?
Yeah. Well, you should just ask someone.
Oh.
Chicago Joey in the chat.
He's supposed
to be here. He said he's coming here.
Dan Fleischman out there?
Look at that. Signing autographs.
All the Dans.
I wish it was a bit more clear when the blinds are raised.
Yeah.
We're on it. Season 2, don't worry.
Yep.
I made the 3 raise too small, actually.
Chicago Joey is here, but contractually we're not allowed to show him on camera.
I see.
He costs a lot of money. You know, if Chicago Joey wants, he could come here with us and hang out, and we can talk a bit.
I haven't agreed to that.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. He's welcome to come in the booth if he wants. Which one is he again?
He's the tall one with the nice hair.
The really good-looking one.
He's very good looking.
Gotcha. Jungleman's bet the flop of the best hand, but Xuan catches up on the turn. Jungleman with a nice draw.
The thing with Chicago Joey is that he speaks in code. It's the only issue. He's got these tight, these things he says. It's weird.
Slang.
Yeah.
I like to think of Chicago Joey as the straight Jason Somerville. You're making a face. Is he not straight?
I don't know.
Oh. Check on the river leads to Xuan's eights holding up. Blinds are up to 500, 1,000. Ace King suited for Xuan.
There he is. What?
Okay.
What? He doesn't even
What is
know
this?
that girl. He
Kiss
does
cam?
not know that girl. What a guy.
We just met outside.
What a man.
Please don't cut to me and Eric. No.
I missed you, buddy. Where have you been for 4
How long
days?
has it been since you shaved? Oh,
Actually, yesterday. That's what's sad.
gross.
Yeah, coming from you, bud. Hey, people in chat. I touched Joe Stapleton.
There's some tilt factor in this match. If I start off losing, I might tilt just because I never win these things.
I don't mind. Actually, funny thing. Someone I just met yesterday told me they'd give me some free roll if I got you to tilt.
I'm sure they would like that.
That's Elkie. Elkie has offered free roll.
Lose, so maybe someone will play me or something. Or players will play more or whatever.
Jungleman raising.
In a row. How good could I be?
7 deuce suited. Juan calls with Jack 5.
Played so far?
Elkie and
I saw that one.
Nenonoko.
I think I saw that one too.
Everyone has seen those two matches.
Juan's 5 is good, and she had some shots at catching a backdoor on the turn, but the 3 is not one of them. Juan's 5 still good, but she's going to fold the best hand.
Joe, people are filming. Pretend to work.
Okay,
Oh, and we can see here that there's a folded hand now. 2 hands are now on the board.
I could have actually just kept working instead of stopping to listen to you tell me to pretend to work. And now I actually have to pretend.
All right.
It was one of the few instances all day that I actually was working.
You're right. So sorry. Hey, that's a fun board.
Both players flop a straight draw. 2 9s for Jungleman. Xuan with a less than 1% chance to win this hand outright, which is now 0. She can only hope to chop it. Xuan checks. Jungleman had already checked. And it's going to go check on the river. Both players hoping their hand is good at showdown. Only one is.
No chop.
Jungle making it 28-20 with Jack 7 suited. Xuan calls and flops, trips. A hand made famous by another Xuan. Xuanda. I had trips. Jungleman very likely to think his Jack is good.
Yeah. The tilt could be starting.
Check. 10 on the river. Xuan's got this locked up and is very likely to value bet it. Doesn't though. Hoping to elicit a value bet or a bluff from Dan. And some phlegm. Xuan just calls.
Great run out for me.
And Xuan wasn't a huge fan of the run out. That's why she couldn't value bet it. 4 cards straight out there.
Sorry,
Actually, best run out for me ever.
In a match versus Nanonoko, I believe, earlier this year, Jungleman was very sick, Joe. He took down about 20 liters of Coca-Cola.
Jungleman?
Yeah, he was sick and
The
trying
guy
to.
that won't eat pizza?
I do believe he does enjoy that Coke Zero.
That stuff will destroy you from the inside. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah, someone's got to tell him.
I guess if you're sick and you pound Coca-Cola, there's a good chance it just destroys
Yeah, what's
all the living
making you sick?
organisms in your body. Yeah.
If it was a queen, I would have checked.
Says the guy
Alex-
who's pounding down Monster right now.
Look, I'm not saying do as I do. Do as I say, and I'm just destroying sponsorship after sponsorship opportunity. We've taken down Domino's, we've taken down Coca-Cola. Did you guys know Under Armour is made in sweatshops? I mean, it's just... It may or may not be, by the way.
Yeah, we don't know.
idea. Victor Noble says, if this is the future, I'm quitting poker. Victor, we're sorry to lose you.
You were like really like a losing player in the first place. You should quit. This should not.
Integral to poker, Victor Noble. Integral. Xuan flops the flush. Jungleman's got a pair. He's the one betting. Xuan maybe giving this some thought. So let's not be super obvious about what is coming next, and that is a raise. Pair of fours for Jungleman. Really not a lot for Xuan to hope for here.
Oh, Checkaroony.
Chickarito.
Like it.
Mr. Jingles 83 says these aren't bad commentators considering this is hard to commentate on. That's what I like.
Oh,
Nice little handicap. Low expectations.
just got an email from my dad. Oh, he subscribed to Twitch under Mr. Jingle 83.
Jingle, jangle, jungle.
Buttons.
Not sure how much to. There's gonna be too many folds for buttons. Antes and stuff. Give me tilted. You need to be a bit more edgy though.
Yeah.
Not very edgy.
I gotta be more like Elky.
He's not edgy either. He doesn't qualify. He tilts me for a different reason. For a completely different reason. He's just like so random and just randomly doing weird things and just having me beat a lot of hands and stuff.
I just wait for you to valley cut yourself.
Yeah.
Surely you'll tilt from that sometime.
Betting my Jack 7. Genius.
Xuan raising, king, queen off. Dan out of position with 10-7. Jungle room.
How much time is on your timer?
There's a party in the jungle
13
room.
minutes.
Dan's 3-bet. Haven't seen a ton of like 3-bets in this league. Top and bottom pair for Jungleman. 2 overs for Xuan and a gut shot to the nut straight. So I think we are unlikely to see her fold, especially when Jungleman checks. Xuan seems a little suspicious of the 3-bet check. She checks behind, takes the free card. 6 on the turn. I don't expect, wow, I was going to say don't expect Jungleman to check again because there's a lot of bad cards that can hit the river for him now, but he has checked. Maybe he's not expecting Xuan to let it check again. She bets nearly 9,000 into this pot. And Jungleman flat calls. The river is a 9. And Jungleman checks again, hoping to elicit a bluff. Interesting line he's taken in this hand. 3-bet pre-flop, then check, then check, then check. Xuan wisely checks behind. Sees the 2 pair.
You weren't folding.
Might not have been.
Would have been a really big bet.
Maybe I should bet flop.
Getting shallow.
26 big blinds, plays 23 big blinds. You can tell how much time has gone by in this match. Look how much time has been used by their various time banks.
Might have taken the worst line before, actually. When you had king queen. I bet.
Well, if you knew exactly what I had, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if the river was different, I was definitely bluffing it.
If the river was different, she may not have had to bluff it. Xuan under 20 big blinds now, 1,000, 2,000 are those blinds.
Bet could be better, I mean. I had reasons for checking. Kind of like check, actually. As a default. That situation.
It is better for my...
Huh?
It is better for my fatting 3-bet range.
Well, there are a few reasons why, actually.
Jungle almost wanting Xuan to tilt here.
That could be wrong.
Dan wins that one. Xuan's going to be at 15 big blinds now. Folds the 5-high pre-flop. Jungle starts this hand with an ace. And just jams on Xuan. She says close. I think she finds a fold here.
What does that mean?
Means you're all in, homie.
In my brain.
What?
Trying to pull up the push call chart in my brain. I don't quite think it qualifies.
Blinds up
No,
again.
I mean the red.
Oh, it means someone went all in.
Oh.
That was you.
That was you, Jungleman.
They should make this deeper. Things would be, a lot of
I
stuff
know.
could happen.
I feel like I'm just getting comfortable.
I don't know how it's possible to be comfortable in those shoes.
Stuff could happen.
Couldn't even get the words out. Blah, 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 blah. Jungleman push Xuan in. Once again, I don't have my push fold chart in front of me, but that seems like a fold.
Yeah, 7
It's like right on the line.
Shallow, I mean. what can happen shallow?
You can double me up once, and then I'll win another all-in,
And then it's over.
and then you'll be like 0-11.
It's true.
Xuan cannot get dealt a hand that she can
Serious
possibly
also. It's not
get it in with.
It's not trolly enough to get me tilted. That's the problem.
I bet if you'd been seeing my cards, you'd be slightly tilted.
Agreed.
Well,
8 high is the best hand Xuan's had for a while.
feels like that's hard to be the case.
Oh.
I'm all in, I think.
Oh man, that is
Alright.
pretty slow rolly. Xuan catches her 8.
You'll definitely tilt if I hit, right?
No.
No?
Not for that few big
That's
blinds.
not fun. Now I'm not gonna hit.
I just think it's funny.
Game
Okay.
1 over.
Big fan.
And the crowd goes wild.
Cube needs a remodeling.
See, such a good looking guy, they can't even cut off of him. They're
It's us.
supposed to come. This is my show. This Joey. Not your. Unbelievable. Guy upstages me. He's
Albany
he's,
Joey.
He's like, here you go, guys.
you go.
Have his little 50, keep me on camera extra long.
Albany Joey.
So-
It's his show.
First game goes to Jungleman Dan.
Yeah. Boy, Xuan had that lead. It looked like Montreal was going to be the first team to hit the 140-point mark. That didn't happen. And then 3 big points for the Berlin Bears. Let's keep him in Berlin. He's a bear.
Sure, he's a Berlin Bear. Now, toward the end there, Xuan was talking about what happened if she would double up again, win this match, and then she said Dan would be 0-11. That's not.
No, that's not quite accurate, but it's not been a good start to the year for Dan. But no, not 0-11. He has won some.
So this
some games.
this is really big for Jungleman, these first 3 points here.
Yeah, it puts him at 10 points for the season, which, again, it's a good start. He's already played 6 times, so that's, needing some points there for the Berlin Bears. He was one of the reasons why that team was in the hole to start the year. Again, not necessarily him, not his performance. He actually played very well, but points-wise...
Don't backpedal your way out
No,
of
but
this
it's
one.
true. It's true. He played very well, but points-wise just didn't
Just didn't
deliver.
get the points.
Yeah.
Didn't get the points.
Had
How
to
do
be
you,
benched.
as a guy who may or may not have had something to do with the blind structure in there, like, how do you
Did not.
feel? You had nothing to do with it.
Nope.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about regardless, what Jungleman says that he wishes it were a little deeper?
To be fair, sure, but we don't want 7-hour matches, so, if it was one long match, maybe, but no, I think they played about 40 hands and the lead changed a few times there. I personally am satisfied with it. I think the fans like it that way, a little more action Jackson. They also play a ton of hands more than they would if they were a dealer and some cards in there, so maybe it just seems like it's even faster than it actually is.
Yeah, okay. Plus, don't
not.
forget, we got to play 3 matches. So, if we had things be too much deeper, we would be here for a long time every day. As it stands, I think that match went the distance as far as we're concerned here on the GPL.
Yeah, that being said, whatever Jungleman says goes, so I agree with him.
Yeah, and I really liked what Xuan said at the end there, that had Jungleman been getting her cards, he probably would have been tilted. Now, I don't know that he would have been going crazy monkey tilt, but it would have been rather frustrating, I think. We saw toward the end, Xuan with like 7 deuce, 3 deuce, 2-3. I just flipped them around that time, but that's what was happening here. 8-3, 5 high, hands like that, hands she really couldn't do anything with, especially when Jungle was playing so aggressively.
Right, yeah, and I think in the reasons Jungle would snap online as he did a few times was the fact that the other player was just hitting. He actually had good holdings, and then the other was hitting cards. And then, you're right, in a Xuan situation, was just not getting any cards to help him. So, sure, I just don't see him tilting in this cube today. Might be wrong.
Especially because, he's... The only thing I think that maybe would lead to a little bit of tilt is the hunger factor coming in, but he seems like he's zenned his way out of that one. Let's find out for sure right now because Jungleman and Xuan are on the floor with Laura.
Indeed. Congratulations to the Berlin Bears and to Jungleman picking up the first 3 points of the match. Well done. How did you find your opponent there?
Right here.
It's somewhat different than I expected,
In
but
what
not
way?
terribly different. Let me think. More polite, I guess, but it's not that crazy. I mean, I didn't really have I didn't have a strong opinion on what would happen anyways. So.
Okay. Well, we still have 2 more games. There's still time for some fireworks. We didn't see enough tilting there.
There's definitely time. I mean, not a whole lot happened there. There's just bets and folds, and you know. Yeah, well, maybe some more interesting stuff will happen.
How hungry are you?
I'm not that hungry, actually.
He's not hungry anymore. Xuan, how did you find that? How are you still wearing those shoes? How are your feet feeling?
These aren't so bad. I have a really high arc on my feet, so I like wearing heels. For the first match, I think I was just trying not to misclick for a lot of it. I think I played okay. Some like heads-up defending ranges I might have not been super familiar with, but overall I think like there was a game-changer hand, the king-queen spot, where had it been a different river, maybe there would have been an entirely different outcome. Maybe it was good for me, I don't know. And in the end, it was just, you know, a really run of bad cards, and I'm okay with everything.
6 more points are available in the match. Do you think you have what it takes?
Sure. With this structure, I mean, he's not going to have that much of an edge on me. Come on.
You have to get him tilted. Okay. Can you do that for us? Get the jungle tilted. Okay.
I mean, not like on purpose, but if it happens, it happens, you know?
I think it'll be tough. I think it's going to be tough. She's too serious. She's too...
I'm too serious?
Too serious, too polite.
Oh, well.
I don't think anybody's ever said that about me, but okay.
We're warmed up now, so
Today.
you should be comfortable going into game 2. We're wishing you all of the best of luck. Back to you guys after this quick break.
Do we have a quick break?
Yeah.
When you're playing the World Series, you're sitting down, drinking, you're eating, you're getting massages. The cube's very intense. It's hot. You're staring down your opponent, who happens to be one of the biggest poker pros out there, and you're hearing Braveheart-esque like soundtrack in your ears, the noise canceling headphones, but you're just hearing the soundtrack mixed with loud heartbeats. And so it's a little nerve-wracking. It's great. When there's, you know, an audience cheering you on, you wanna make them proud. I feel good about today. Yeah, 2 out of 3 is not bad. I mean, we both wanted this third one very bad. It looked like it was going in his favor than in mine, and then it started falling apart towards the end, but you know, I came through it. Let him win. Thank you. I didn't let him win. He just slaughtered me, outplayed me. The pressure's on.
You're gonna ruin my series, man. I'm here for the World Series.
Oh, man.
Like for 1 month. You know, if I lose
I'm gonna be in your
3-0,
corner,
now
man.
I'm okay.
I
You can
am
take
in
last
your
one. I'm okay.
corner.
At
Yeah,
least.
you sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
You heard him.
Either way, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy I met you. I'm happy I played with you. Either way, I'm fine. But at least I won 1. You know, 3 points. Give me 3
You got
points.
3 points. It's good. That's really good.
Now I need to fight for my team too. Right?
Yeah.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night. Moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
You mean stall like that?
What was that,
Hey.
Eric?
Well, I thought they meant like a break. I didn't understand.
No, it meant that we got to carry the weight of the show because there's some stuff going on in the cube right now.
Remember when I said we were building a second cube in order to contain jungle?
Yeah. The cube has become self-aware. The cube has become self-aware. It actually leveled a threat against Laura Cornelius during the break. and we are right now checking out the AI to make sure that it has not gone fully rogue. And we are on top of that. I don't know if you saw, but Sufjan was in there. Very dangerously taunting the cube.
Dorian was doing some good work.
Was that Dorian in there?
Yeah, they're both there.
They're both in there making sure that those lasers don't fire at the wrong time.
Yeah.
During some of the trials, a guy lost a finger. It was just, we don't want to mess with the cube. The technology, honestly, I blame Alex.
Yeah.
Because when he discovered that alien spacecraft and it told him to build the cube and use the little mother chip from inside, I thought it was a bad idea. But, French people, and they get an idea, and then
he likes his movies. He likes his Hollywood blockbusters.
I don't know that I would have fully believed some untested, unknown piece of alien technology to said build a cube and put poker players in it. That's just me.
Do you know who's really hating this right now?
Who?
Jason Moe, who asked that we be muted. Sorry.
Oh, really?
It's going to be a while.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Jason.
Such a well-liked member of the poker community, too.
It's going to be a while. Sorry, Jason.
Too bad.
Sorry, boss.
Well, I kind of feel like, I'm not going to. Now I'm going to talk even more, probably. Let's talk a little bit about the last match. Jungleman seemed a little concerned about the way he played that one hand with King-Queen.
Yeah.
Well, when Xuan had King-Queen and Jungle, sort of 3-bet pre-flop, flop 2-pair, and then checked it down the whole way. I wonder, will he lose sleep over that hand? Because even though he won the hand, he seemed to really be turning it over in his head for a few hands after that.
That's what makes Jungleman such an awesome poker player, is that even when he wins a hand, he's thinking it through. So, that's what makes him one of the the best brains in the global poker community, or the Pokle.
Poker community, poker community.
It's a new sport I'm trying to.
The Pokle, the Yokel, the Polka.
Yeah.
And the Smolka. One other thing I wanted to mention is that there's been a lot of talk out there, too, about trying to get Jungleman tilted. And believe it or not, as much as I love horsing around, as much as I love goofing and stuff, I never think it's cool when someone specifically tries to tilt someone else from a place of meanness. I see people do it to Phil Hellmuth all the time.
Yeah.
And especially people who haven't earned it. And I think that, let's say it's Phil Locke and Antonio Esfandiari playing against each other, and when they try to needle each other, they've earned it.
And it's out of love as well.
It's out of love, but they've also earned that right. Someone that's played with Phil Hellmuth a whole bunch of times versus random donk from Northern Europe.
Right.
I do think that there's something to that. I don't like when people just show up and try to upset someone just for the sake of upsetting them. I like the way that Xuan's handling this. She says, look, if he gets tilted, he gets tilted. I don't really see the need to try to needle this guy.
But it's also the fact, let's not forget the 2 times that Dan did play heads up and did tilt, couldn't hear his opponent, right? So he was tilting basically on his own performance and the fact that he wasn't getting the cards. So we can say all we want about Elke and Ananoko tilting Jungle. That's not what happened. He was alone in his in a room and wherever Jungle is any time of the year. So the other player was not involved whatsoever. He was upset at his own play, not getting any of the luck, any of the cards. So let's not forget that as well. And no, Xuan isn't the type to make a man snap like that. So
I think it's also easier to stay out of tilt when you're standing in a room looking face to face with somebody. There's an audience here for people to see you.
Yeah.
When you're alone in your bedroom or your hotel room or whatever, it's a lot easier to freak the F out because there's no one in your general vicinity to be like, this is awkward. There's nothing really going on here. Speaking of awkward, I'm having a bit of a
You and I?
No.
Oh, yeah, we're great.
No, we are awkward always. I figured that could just be left unsaid. No, I'm having kind of a Twitter fight, some social media beef with Barney Boatman.
Wait a minute. Multiple-time WSOP bracelet winner Barney Bowman, the man who is partly responsible for me having a job working the Hindemob data. Well, because of the Hindemob, right?
Oh, I see.
I helped run that project.
Because he started the Hindemob.
Correct.
Okay, sure. There's some connection there. Maybe you can smooth things over between the two of us.
I would love to because I like the Boatmans.
I like Barney, too. He's actually one of the few people that I follow on Twitter that isn't someone I hang out with regularly because Barney was so often joining in with the sort of jokes I was doing, stuff like that. But Barney this morning tweeted, if you think Americans don't do irony, you've never heard them say with a straight face that their food is better than ours. Hilarious.
Than British food.
Yeah. And look, I think America does plenty of things wrong, right? I'm no America apologist. But as far as I'm concerned, American food versus British food, I'm not going to give that one up. The adding the U to certain words thing, the way you spell things, fine. Some of those. But
we do that too.
But British food, come on. So at this point, this one I replied to Barney. I guess the reason why it's ironic to say American food is better than English food is because it's as obvious as saying living is better than dying. Like that's why you will never hear an American say it, because it's so obvious. Like, why would we even bother picking on your food? But then Barney, he goes to sweep the legs. No, he goes to sweep the legs. He says, if you really want to live, the last thing you should do is eat like the average American. # land of the fat.
Yeah, but has he not looked at people in England? No offense, but it's kind of similar,
it's
right?
not that far off, man. It's weird.
Yeah, Yorkshire pudding is not the best, the most healthiest of things.
That's like the pot calling the kettle fatty, fatty, fat, fat.
Yeah.
We shouldn't do that. We are ready to go down the queue. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Barney Boatman, I'm not done with you yet. But honestly, I don't feel like having a social media beef today. But I do feel like having a delicious American homemade social media beef burger covered in bacon and barbecue sauce and onion rings and probably some chocolate syrup. Let's get down to the cube.
There's also not as many situations. And, I don't know. In my experience, things just feel like way different in ring.
I was like,
Pretty awesome hand so far for Jungleman.
Oh, Boris, Jungleman has said that he eats very healthy. Surprisingly enough for some.
Yeah, he said he's trying to do some clean eating. That's why he turned down my offer for pizza. It's fine. It stings a little, but I get it. I understand. I'm all right. I'm fine. Between this and the Jason Moe thing, I really don't know, though.
Hey, guys and gals, let's keep it clean in the chat, right? Fold?
good fold.
Maybe. You'll
Good
find
fold.
out soon.
Good fold.
Joe, we were talking the other day to someone who was British, and that person was mentioning the fact that, like, a Sunday roast
Doing a couple
is like the best British food has to offer.
To which you were unclear in saying that's not necessarily British food, it's just putting a roast in the oven. Or did I read that wrong?
No, I was kind of saying that. Like, I'll give it to them. It's fine.
matters that much, but
Look, I can say also that, like, the things that are most widely regarded as American food, hamburgers, we didn't invent that.
Right.
We didn't invent pizza.
Right. Hot dogs. Didn't invent that.
I believe hot dogs were, in fact, invented on Coney Island. But
Is that true?
yeah.
Speaking of which, Coney Island hot dogs. Joe, did you watch the hot dog eating contest yesterday? Your buddy Joey Chestnut with the victory?
I was hanging out with my ex on the 4th of July, the one that used to be the professional eater. We missed the hot dog eating contest because it was on at like 11 on the East Coast.
Very early, yeah.
It was over, and she said that Joey Chestnut did like 70 or 71 hot dogs.
How long do we know?
I think it's 10 or 15 minutes.
That's still disgusting.
She said that when she did it, she only got 17, which is still a lot of hot dogs to eat in 10 minutes.
1.7 hot dogs per minute.
Yeah.
It's still gross. Does she also use the dipping the bun in the water?
Yeah.
Really? That is
you have to do it.
All right.
just 3-bet you for no reason. This fan.
We should mention to her, Joe, that your ex-girlfriend weighs nothing. So that's quite surprising and very impressive.
Oh, Barney's put up some photographic evidence of bad American food being cheese.
Must have been really trashy.
Or he does have you there with it.
Yeah, sure. I'm not saying all of American food greater than all of English food, but
It's just
most.
weird.
I'm used to double checking my cards anyways, just in case I don't actually have to check.
I mean, I can win this argument with one word.
No matter what, but I keep like double checking.
Barbecue.
It's a good word.
Open and shut case.
It's a good word.
And you're a vegan, but you can understand that.
I used to be a big barbecue guy, yeah.
All right, here's a donation.
Thank you.
Not a donation. Earned. Well earned by Xuan Liu.
What happened to folding buttons?
Didn't work out last time. I was trying to be so disciplined.
Xuan, maybe changing your strategy up for this match.
Cheesesteak, that's a good one.
Now, if you want to talk about, how unhealthy it is, sure. But if you're talking about the best foods from around the world, none of it's very healthy. A cool dad says, GPL, please get rid of Bert Toastcaster and I'm only Lil Drunk Dadcaster. I mean...
Seriously, which one is which?
I'm happy for those two descriptions anyway.
Hey, puppy!
Top pair for Jungleman. Under pair to the board for Xuan. Sushi is very healthy, says Honey Crush. I'll give you that one. Sold. Elirad's got a great point. Let's talk about some of the best American foods, right? Pizza, General Chow's chicken, burritos. If only we could do something about the immigration problem, we could make this country great again.
Some of those things also from Italy, from what you told me.
What, like mozzarella sticks? There's like a co-creators, America, Italy on that one. Saruka says Putin is the best. Let's keep politics out of this, okay?
And if Saruka means poutine, well, that's one of mine. You guys aren't taking that.
I would not be watching.
Thank you, Xuan. It's great, Xuan. Joe, Stuart Little says, pizza, are you joking? No, you enjoy pizza.
How about the flat calling size?
I already decided.
That's why I know I can say that, because you're not going to change your mind.
Xuan folds to the 3-bet.
Joe, in this battle, I think what you're saying is if a French person or an Italian person would attack American food, you'd be fine with it.
I would be less laughing at it. Xuan was dominated before the flop, but her threes have pretty much got this locked up for her.
I'd like to point out that the French people on this crew eat more McDonald's and Burger King and In-N-Out Burger than they do baguettes and anything else.
McDo. Xuan's threes are good at showdown.
I don't want to say our boy Dorian likes In-N-Out Burger, but he's about to get a sponsorship deal.
Who'd you have?
Ace King.
Speaking of Dorian, you'll remember the little crush he has on a certain player, Fatima.
Yes.
Fatima now at the WSOP. I saw her yesterday, said hi.
Welcome, Fatima.
Yeah.
Xuan raises, 5-4 suited. Which makes it 1800. Jungleman going nowhere. Much like gluten allergies, he is here to stay. Ace deuce suited.
How spicy though?
At least medium spicy range.
That's a good spice.
You can handle that.
Pair of deuces, the best hand. That's for Jungleman. Xuan's got a gut shot and some back doors. Hamburger! Hamburger! 2 pair for Jungleman. Xuan now drawing only to that gut shot.
Poker Mindset Coach says the chili Frankenburger is the best.
The Andy Frankenburger?
Yeah, the chili Lichtenberger, WSOP bracelet winner from the weekend, also delicious.
Xuan played called a sizable bet on the turn there. I'm wondering if she's planning at
Yeah, a little sneak attack.
taking a stab at this pot. I don't think she expects to make the winning hand very often when she calls the turn. The Sandy Sanchez says she called turn WTF. Gonna be pretty tough to get Jungleman to fold aces up in this spot. Did any flop draw come in?
If you checked, I might have shoved with my 5 high.
Yeah, that was her plan all along. Jungleman makes the river bet a little too big.
Do not have a checking hand.
Was the ace good or bad for you? Surely it was good for you. Or did it not matter?
It's probably good for me.
It's good for me too.
Which 5 high did you have?
Think about it. Pretty much the only hand I can continue on the turn with. That's a 5 high.
I can think of 2 hands that continue.
Well,
Well,
they're both the
maybe-
same hand.
Maybe you don't have.
Like essentially the same hand.
Maybe you get a little creative, a little adventurous, and peel with what's it called? Peel with the gut shot. I would be surprised. You would definitely surprise me, but it wouldn't have worked.
Would have worked if the river was different.
Jungleman, second hand in a row with 2 pair.
Sorry, I was distracted with the amount of misogynist Chicago Joey's brought it to the chat.
Come on, Joey. Best of luck on the 25K PLO. If you do play it, I saw that he chopped a satellite yesterday.
This is the second of 2 matches today as Xuan contemplates putting on the cape.
Tries to get to showdown.
Goodbye.
Good fold. And once again, she finds herself sitting on a 20 big blind stack. Blinds at 500, 1,000. There's Jonathan Karamalakis in the crowd. Hey, buddy. Monster Dong.
Maybe this is all.
Forgot the X's.
No.
I wasn't even. Is that his online name?
I think it's X Monster X Dong. X,
Oh, I didn't even know.
Something like
I
that.
didn't
He's
even know
got a lot
that.
of X's.
I was just.
Yeah, I'll keep.
You got me, Joey.
Was that close to his online name?
Yeah, very close.
Right when you say that.
Oh, so stupid. I fold, but
Xuan
Do it all the time.
jams with a dominating hand, gets it through.
It's so obvious too.
So obvious.
Oh no, your stack size, I mean.
I think he's saying he made a mistake. On raise pre-flop, king high the best hand. Don't know if a bet will get a fold here. Highly caffeinated says, if I were playing jungle, I would look to play really slowly so we can play high variance poker. Whether that's been Xuan's goal or not, that's sort of what's happened both matches, both games so far.
Yeah, and he then follows up with 3 or 4 hands per blind level. That's pretty much what they've been playing.
Boo.
Oh no.
Xuan came into the World Series of Poker, Joe, with a victory, her first of the year. She won the APPT Macau Bounty.
Oh, cool.
27K.
Masamurai asks, is it adjusting to check his hands and let her bet? Would that give him more value? I mean, we saw him do that a few times in the first game, and Xuan never actually bit very often. Xuan has turned a straight, by the way. Win.
Would it be a good strategy to continue for the entertainment purposes? Or to I don't know, make things there. Lose some chips back, or is it ridiculous? I think it's
That's
probably
not ridiculous.
I'm sure you'd like that.
I don't mind.
It's hard for me to do that.
That was the shortest amount of time I've even heard that sound effect for.
It's like,
Boy, jungle is just being hit by that deck.
Jungle
You
room.
guys are in last place.
yeah, but I have like not won a match, so
Oh, right. Damn it.
I think I have to do it just for self-respect.
Yes. Who does anything for self-respect?
Certainly not me.
Nope.
Who does anything for self-respect? I can think of a lot of examples.
Pair 9 spells trouble for Xuan. Don't see how she can get away with this one. Away with this one or from this one. X no mercy. X says she's gonna fold. Wildcard says GG Xuan. How about this? How about double up? Double up.
Oh, I like
She
that sneaky
checks.
check.
Jungleman?
That man's about to check that board, Joe.
No way.
How many chips do you have?
Oh, look at that. Xuan not giving any info.
Of course, it is possible to decide to determine how many chips. Wow!
Did check.
No, he must have hit the wrong button.
What?
Yeah, he was.
I mean to check.
He was typing in a bet.
How bad do I run?
He misclicked himself into a free showdown.
I was not checking.
As Wildcard puts it, a value check.
I clicked on stack. I was trying to see your
literally
stack.
cannot wait.
What is going on right now?
I'm on the button.
Best misclick
How would I see
ever.
my, oh, I'm waiting for you.
So absurd.
Man, bad beat.
Well, I might as well go all in. After that.
Jeez. I was in chip leader again, too.
Xuan definitely would have doubled up, I think.
Did I run out of time? I don't understand why I checked.
Xuan 3-betting king, queen off. Jungleman not misclicking this time.
The opposite of getting you to tilt.
Well, I did tell you what you had to do. I gave you the strategy. I told you, it's a troll more. You have to say things that have even 10% believability, and maybe eventually I'll start thinking that you're serious and get upset. This is the strategy.
I've tried sarcasm a few times. Just went way over your head.
Now the claws are out.
No, I don't think that's sarcasm. I didn't think you were being sarcastic. Anyways, maybe if you were being sarcastic, it definitely went over my head.
Surely you have a worse 8.
That is correct.
Well played.
Blinds 8 and 1600. Xuan hovering around the 20 big blind mark as the blinds keep creeping up as she keeps pulling in small pots.
Hey.
Not a bad flop for her. Not too much trouble Dan can get in. Unless he decides to blast off here. We know Xuan likes to take her time in these situations when she's flopped huge. Little second guess in the raise amount.
Check raising me kind of a lot.
Pretty sure I've done it twice.
No, 3 times at least. I think.
One of them was in the practice hand.
Oh yeah. But I was keeping track.
So was I.
But you said twice. You said twice.
Yeah, twice in the official match.
Fight. Irritation Nation.
I wasn't really keeping track. I just thought it was more than that.
Jungle might snap on, Xuan might be tilting now.
I think Xuan is tilting a little bit after the misclick.
Might not be tilting after this one. Just a call from Jungle.
Xuan's got a little shaky finger there with 2 queens. Flops top set on a 3-club board. Jungleman does have the best draw.
He's going to win this 30% of the time. That's interesting.
I mean, unless you count Xuan's
Right.
full house or quad draw, but. Jungle misses the turn. Wonder how much he likes king high. Jean Paul the Great says club 1 time. Xuan's bet 11,000 into 20,000 and gets the fold from Jungleman. Got a hand with some equity to fold.
Almost even now. Just back in this match.
And with that, Xuan Liu has got the chip lead. Unless they're exactly dead even in chips to start this hand.
More ridiculous things have to happen to make me tilt. Nothing really that ridiculous has happened, except I checked aces for some reason.
Correctly, somehow.
Dan 6 is good on this board.
For a guy who says he's not going to tilt, he's been talking about tilting a lot.
9-6-4 queen deuce board. No flush.
It's like you healthy eaters talk about it a lot.
Haven't talked about it ever. You're the one bringing it up. We haven't talked about that at all today.
I bet On the turn, I led into you. It's your action. You check back flop.
Oh no, it's because I can't see the. I can't see the bet relative to the pot.
Xuan takes that one down with the worst hand.
At that screen for the pot, and here under your stack for the bet.
Oh.
We take Xuan for the help.
Oh shit.
Respect.
I had it.
You always have it.
I've been having it.
This is how you win millions.
It is.
Always having it.
Having it is a really good strategy. I don't recommend having it for any other strategy. If you just have it all the time, you can't lose. It's gonna be tough anyways.
You just tweeted about losing with quads though. So.
Oh, they thought
Not
they had it,
fail-proof.
but they didn't have the nuts. I had the nuts. I had the nuts at hand. I didn't lose with quads. I saw someone lose with quads.
Oh. Cool story.
It was a cool story, actually.
Wow.
If that's sarcasm, it was a cool story. There was actual money on the line, and that was literally the luckiest I've ever gotten in a hand, poker hand.
Because it was a big pot, just.
It was a very big pot, actually. And it was a very big pot. And, yeah, here.
Forky Dork says, I think I like Xuan.
Alright.
She's gonna have to fold this pre-flop.
Pocket fours.
You folded pocket fours?
Obviously not. What'd you have? Pocket fives?
I wish you called if you had pocket fours.
Pocket fives?
You really do.
We 3E says.
Fours was the hand that had quads, by the way. He had 4 fours.
You should have told me. I might have. I didn't have fours.
Well, it was a hand that had quads but lost with it. So it's, you know.
What is happening? Okay.
I had a 2016 hand. That's what I had.
No idea what that means.
I had a hand that, well, it doesn't really mean anything, but I had a hand that that people thought that went up in value in 2016.
Because of something in pop culture, or just because people are doing more studying, or
5-6 suited, the Khaleesi hand.
a hand that went up in value?
Yes.
Like a suited ace hand? I don't know.
No.
It's been in for a
no,
while.
are you kidding me?
I don't know.
People have been playing suited aces since.
I know.
God knows
like
when.
4 years ago.
Xuan's got the best hand, but she's facing a big bet. To answer We 3E's question, are we in Vegas? Yes, that is correct. We're at the Tropicana Business Park and Park and Fly in the GPL Arena.
There. Not, what do I say? And you're not helping. You're not making it any cooler in here. That's for sure.
What can I possibly do to make it cool?
Blow on me.
Look at this, a little flirting from Jungleman.
Better, I guess. No, I'll just.
How about a cold deck?
That I have not thought of.
Joe, I am flying out to LA on Sunday. I've already booked my ticket with the Tropicana peeps.
Do you want to stay with me?
It's a great Rod Stewart song.
Must be nice.
The question
Yes.
stands.
Not that much.
You and me, buddy. I'll show you a real good time.
Whoa. You think you'd have enough of the top bunk with me for the past 3 weeks?
I got plenty of room. We don't have to bunk it up at all.
Oh. No, I mean at home right now.
You ever slept on an air mattress before?
Yeah.
Well, then you'll be used to it. I don't take up much room in it. Xuan all in with 2 8s. Jungle giving it a good think.
Should have thought of that before you left.
Did.
Woo!
Then you should know.
Actually, I think I shouldn't fold. Or I think it's close, so fuck it, I'm calling.
F it, I'm calling. We are racing. 8's holding so far.
Really? How is that an oh my god situation?
Queen on the turn. Jungleman needs a pair. And it does not. Xuan doubles up.
I got one. Not a complete failure for my team.
No, it's not
She thinks
over
she's
yet.
won. Oh no.
Nothing's gonna fall apart.
She has not won.
Not over yet.
You're not done yet, Xuan.
Oh no.
You didn't win. You didn't win yet.
Rats.
I doubled you
Okay, I
up.
got super
Stop looking at me,
excited.
Xuan.
This is how poker works.
I like.
Oh, this like, oh. I believe in that
I don't
sports karma, Joe. This is scary.
Uh-oh. Oh, like if you try to leave the field in victory,
Yeah.
that karma's going to come back to
Or
get you?
You think you've hit that miracle touchdown, but there's a flag on the play.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
This is what I play. This is my format.
Oh, what would your
Alright.
team say something to you?
I'm sure my.
Who's on your team again?
No, they haven't even said anything to me, so they're not going to say anything to you, I assume. Unless they're like ridiculous.
There is a chance that Jungleman does not know any of his teammates.
I play.
You mean in real life? Or who they are?
Who they are.
Heads up, hold them.
Bam. I like my hand. It doesn't matter what you have, really.
God damn it.
Xuan with that great look.
Jungleman down to 5 big blinds, and he finds himself in the same position Xuan was in before with not catching many good cards, except for now that I decided to mention it.
She's gonna have to hit now.
I just want to win one. I just want to win.
Ace on the flop is going to be pretty tough for Xuan to win this one.
You get this one.
4 on the turn is no help for her. Jungleman's now going to double up.
I don't know what I want more. Entertainment for the people or to win one. I think I want to win one. That's just my.
When did you ever care about entertainment for the people?
I care a little bit.
Okay.
I care a small amount. I'm gonna wager it all.
I don't think you'd be here in the cube if you didn't care a little bit about putting on a good show.
Agreed. He's about to lose this one.
Jungleman all in, but flops pretty good. Xuan needs to catch a king or a queen, or she's going down 2-0.
I had a fun hand.
Queen.
Queen
She
on the
asked
river.
for it.
The lady called for the lady and got it.
Yay. Do we do another interview?
Yes, we do.
Give me one. It makes the last match more entertaining, so you can still get both of what you want.
So we are now tied at 1-1. Xuan Liu and the Montreal Nationals are on the board.
It's funny. I didn't know that if you requested a card, it would hit. That's going to change my game a lot.
It happens sometimes.
I
you
might
know.
play the main event.
It happens, what is it, 11% of the time.
Whoa, that's still really good.
You know, if you're 11% to hit your card and you call for it.
Okay.
All 100% of the. I don't really want to get into the maths of it because I wouldn't want to give it away.
And you'd confuse the audience and myself.
Don't
and
want to
Jungleman.
do that. Yeah, so now we are tied at 1-1. 3 points for Jungleman, 3 points for Xuan, which means this match will need to play all 3 games to decide which team is the winner.
That's right, the rubber match. Montreal looking for their 15th win of the year. They're already on top with 142 points, and now a 14-point lead on second place LA. Looks like Maria Ho and company are really hoping that Jungleman can get a win here.
Yeah, so Jungleman, he's playing for the last place Berlin Bears
Right.
in the Eurasia Conference. How important are these 3 final points to the Bears?
I think it'd really be really good for them to be 1 point back of Rome. You know, Rome has already played, so if they can really try to get as close to Rome as possible, a bit like Las Vegas did earlier, they're now 1 point back of San Francisco. And it really looks like, Joe, we suddenly have all 6 teams still alive and kicking. Didn't look like that just a few short days ago, but the bottom clubs have played really well in the last few sessions.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and I think that's a credit to the way that the league's been designed, and hopefully it stays like that. It stays competitive the whole way through. Obviously, if things had happened and we were already mathematically eliminating teams not even sort of halfway through the first season of the GPL, it kind of would have taken some of the pizzazz out of it, but as it stands, it seems like everybody's still got a shot.
You know, it really is, you know, we keep on talking about the fact that the teams for the longest time, those teams that are at the bottom saying, we still have time. I think they are now pressed for time, and that's why you will see the Mustafa Kanets and the Dominic Nietzsche's, anyone that's hot, they will be in the cube. They will be playing those matches because the teams will have no choice but to play their best, and hopefully those will, score some points.
Speaking of hot, let's throw things on down to Laura, Xuan, and Jungleman.
Whew. Woo! It's hotting up here. Cube side, congratulations. 3 points to the Montreal Nationals, which means it is now 1 game all and everything to play for. You called for the lady and she came.
Yeah, what else was I going to call for a king? Come on.
Talk us through that match. The misclick as well, because we thought that might get you a bit tilted. Not jungle you.
I was in a bit of disbelief, but it was
I don't even
fine.
understand it, actually. Did I run out of time that hand, or why did I misclick?
I don't know. No idea. We'll have to watch it back. There was definitely time, though, I think. It wasn't about the time.
Strange, I don't understand.
Well, you have another game to redeem yourself.
Tapped it twice. How do I?
They're
how do I
really
actually
trying
check?
to give you the win.
If they were trying to give you the win, they wouldn't give you a
They
queen
like
on the river.
controlled it back there, like Eric and Joe did it for you, you know?
They didn't. This is just all you. You did this yourself. We'll work it out. You've got one more game. Berlin Bears, struggling, still in 6th place. You need to win a game. Are you going to do it?
I can't answer that question.
You're going to try, though?
I'm definitely going to try. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to lose for some reason. It just feels like that.
Always good to have confidence.
It's so much fun.
Okay, these guys are ready for the decider. This is the 3rd game inside the cube. Who will win, the Montreal Nationals or the Berlin Bears?
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Baby, yeah, just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky, moving faster than the sun over horizon. Can't sit hold the feeling high. Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night, moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky.
Welcome back, my babies, to the Global Poker League Summer Series. We have 1 game left to play in today's doubleheader. Jungleman, Dan Cates versus Xuan Liu. They are tied at 1 game apiece, 3 points apiece. This is the decider. This is very important for Berlin. As we've mentioned, they are in dead last place in the Eurasia Conference. The Montreal Nationals, they're in 1st place. Of course, they want to maintain that lead, but I think these points are way more important to Berlin than they are to Montreal.
They are. It's just fun to see Jungleman so honest. You're right, Joe. The points are more important to Philip Gruesom's team. That being said, Marc-Andre Ledesor and that team is very cutthroat, and they want to get as many points as possible. Absolutely.
Seems like such a sweet boy.
They still have yet to clinch a playoff spot, so you need to clinch your playoff spot. You want to win your conference. You want to be the America's champion. This is not in anywhere near, it's not done yet. So they'll have to see, maybe in a few weeks they can get their pedal off the metal. But for now, full speed ahead, and 3 points would be necessary for Mark to be satisfied, I would think.
In the interview we just saw with Laura and the players who are battling it out in this match, Laura mentioned the misclick by Jungleman during that match, which ended up working out for him because he was going to bluff into what was basically the nuts for that hand. Do we think that you're kind of at a disadvantage if you're used to playing millions of hands online and that raise button is in the same place when you do it all the time, and that you're just sort of some muscle memory out there may work against you?
Yeah, for sure. If you're jungle, I'm sure that's the case. Now, just so you people at home know, if we were in charge of those buttons, we would have clicked all in for jungle so that Xuan would have won that hand.
We
double up.
Right. Eric,
more than likely.
Eric really likes to see carnage. I myself like to see competitive poker being played with no outside influence, with nobody pulling the strings.
That's why you thought of this cube.
Real poker.
No
That's right.
influence.
That's why I came up with this cube. That's why when both Alex and I saw that down spacecraft, with the alien motherboard inside, and it told us to build the cube. We were both on board for that. I just want to give everyone a little bit of quick house cleaning before we get down there. Just explain things one last time for one last game here today in the cube. Both players start with 50,000 in chips. Blinds start at 2 and 400. They go up every 4 minutes. We do max out around the 1,500, 3,000 level, I believe, although we've only gotten there a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 2,000, 4,000, even though that's why we haven't gotten there very often. And each player starts with a 20-minute time bank, and we've seen that get down to about 8 minutes, I think, the last few matches. When that reaches 0, you have 4 seconds to make your action. It's called being in the hot seat. And if you don't make your action in 4 seconds, we make it for you.
Yep.
And that action is a fold.
They gone.
They gone. That's good. What is that from?
He gone. I don't know.
He gone.
Where's that from? I thought, no. Don't know.
Guess what?
No reference. Thank you.
We
gone.
We gone. Let's get down to the cube.
No.
Okay, just like
Not at all. Not really this match. I'm talking about like.
in the billion hands that you play, in some spots you just
Well,
inherently run bad.
Well, one simple example is if you play 8 game. Let's see this. If you play 8 game, there'll be one game that you just run terrible in for no reason, or a couple, and it's like frustrating if you like remember that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing like 8 games, you're just like never gonna play one game, like that many hands of that one game probably. And so it's like easy to run bad and feel like that.
Yeah. But it like messes with me particularly because I think maybe I remember it more than other people or something. I don't know.
Jungleman saying he takes his losses harder than everyone else.
One reason why I think that's the case.
Chris Coys on Twitter says, "Let's go, Xuan. Hope you make it 2-1."
I always get screwed over, so maybe bluffing. I think you're bluffing there for some reason.
It could have been a good river for me, then you wouldn't be able to call anyway, so it's for the best.
See, if that's sarcasm, it's not very convincing.
Get her, Dan.
Now, every time I call in those situations with something like what I had, like just some weird stuff happens. Huh?
Okay. So what spots were you talking about where you said you'd just like kind of run bad?
No. It's just like I pay attention to those situations more because there's like whatever 15 situations every time you play, and like I just happen to remember how I've run in those situations, and it's like frustrating. It's like, oh my god, look at this, I'm running.
I know, but like which spots are you talking about specifically?
Well, heads up, there are a lot of different situations.
Okay, so it's not like something happened between us where you're like, I'm not going to take this spot because I never win here.
In this case, I have not run poorly in any particular situation, actually. Not that I can tell.
Been pretty even as far as we can tell.
Yeah, nothing's happened that's really. I mean, so far I'm running pretty good, I guess, except for the fact that I lost a couple outlets.
I like Xuan acting as therapist for Jungleman. Me next. Let me tell you some stuff about my parents that'll make you have nightmares. Eric, on my 16th birthday, my dad got me a leaf blower so I could do the lawn. I was expecting something with an engine in it, just not a leaf blower.
I gotcha.
Xuan started off with a slight lead. She's just been 3-bet and calls with King 10 suited in position.
Ooh.
Jungleman flops a pair up and down for Xuan. Xuan turns a flush draw to go with her straight draw, but guess what? It's trips for Dan. Will this be a very short match? A very short third game at least, and a fairly long match. Doris995 says she will fold 100%.
Well, he hasn't bet yet, so
There's
there
the
it
bet.
is.
I don't think she can fold.
No.
My God. Even up against trips, which is like kind of worst case scenario. Obviously, she's drawing dead to a full house, but up against trips, which is like second worst, she's got 30% equity. That's pretty solid.
That's a call.
9 of spades on the river, so she gets there 2 different ways. The straight and the flush.
Bonus points?
That's got to look like a pretty bad card for Dan, though.
Yeah.
Every draw imaginable got there.
Wow.
He bets, but he bets pretty small. It's a bet that I think he can get away from when Xuan raises.
It's about a third of the pot.
And maybe it's just enough that she doesn't raise, so... He may not even get put to a decision. Nope. All in. And Dan gives an eye roll that I can hear from outside the cube.
Yeah, we've learned to love the Dan eye roll. Dan looking at the audience, but he can't see the audience.
How do I make sure I use the time bank?
It's using automatically. Your hand will not get folded for another 17 minutes, my friend.
Our friends from Poker Listings in the crowd.
I'm afraid to click something just in case.
Should someone walk in there and help him when he decides what he wants to do?
I've taken this line with some really big hands too. This hand dies.
If Jungle calls, it's over. Hand number 6. Match goes to the Montreal Nationals.
With that, ace of spades. You have ace of spades. King 10 of spades.
She's probably not doing this for value with worse.
King 7 of spades. I don't know. This is stupid. I should check. It's much easier to.
The old jungle is back.
It's ridiculous. Fuck.
Sorry, Poker Central.
Not of ace queen.
Worse or better?
Oh.
Let's see.
Tim says it's going to be all over. Feudal Habit says easy call.
I feel like you're going to make the wrong decision somehow, just because that's not what's been happening, but it's obviously nonsense.
Legacy the Kappa says he's not calling. Unknown Genius says please call.
Do you read ace queen?
It's so weird that you're commentating. For some reason, giving me all these lectures and stuff. Do I only have a minute or do I have 20 minutes?
I don't know where you came up with those 2 numbers. You got 15 minutes.
Ace 10, just king G if it seems so unlikely. No, I don't think I can fold in retrospect.
Betaman says he won't do it. Don't know if he means fold or call. Reckless Tyler says I think he finds a fold, but I really don't want him to.
A million flushes. I guess I fold. You bluffed me?
Good fold.
Jungleman makes the right decision.
Really? So cool. You're clapping, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad sign.
Probably shouldn't have heard that. Maybe the door's not closed. I'm gonna be a little quieter.
It's more likely clapping for you and not for me.
You have more friends here.
I don't think Joey's gonna clap because of that or anything.
One Joey did.
There isn't to suspect a bluff, but I can think of infinite fucking valuations. And I can have flushes myself, I think. Reasonable fold. Stupid shit river.
Still going over the hand.
The jungle is back.
I'd call in other situations, I think, but not this one. I don't know.
Deputy B Gal says, bro, he's so over it.
In this situation, I prefer to have... No, I'd rather have ace queen, actually, than what I had, actually. Second thought. I think.
I want to cut to Jungleman on the car on the way home being like, oh, it's so many value hands. I'm not really sure. Ace queen. I didn't have ace queen.
Maybe Matt from Poker Listings can jump in his car and
record that.
film him for us.
Can we please get Jungleman on Bachelor in Paradise? Why didn't I get that rose?
Does that still exist?
Maybe I should have just said that on the... Maybe I should have won the one-on-one date.
It's a bluff. It's really tilting. I don't...
Seriously, why are you not auditioning for those shows?
I would audition to be the Bachelor.
Right.
But not a contestant on The Bachelor.
Okay.
You're going to be betting pot a lot there too. In the 3-bet pot.
That's right. Just want to keep him calm.
That you'd shove with.
Keep him right where you want him.
Or that I would expect to shove with, more so. This is just stupider.
Pulling String says Jungleman, any dating show would be hilarious. Jungle flops best, but it's Xuan who's raising this flop. Quick call from Jungle. Xuan picks up a draw. Maybe she keeps on blasting away at this. Oh, hell yeah! I think it's going to take more than a bet here, though. Jungleman thinks he may have been bluffed once. I don't think he's likely to let it happen again. Not a bad run out for top pair on the flop. Xuan's only choice is to bomb this, and I'm not sure that even that would work. She wisely opts to wave the white flag.
See this one.
This is the first one I've been getting a little out of line.
Oh,
But not even really.
So you had it there or you didn't have it there? I mean...
You won.
Huh?
You won the hand.
No, the hand where you shoved on me. I had a really good hand on the turn.
Get over it, bro.
That's completely different.
Huh?
That's completely different.
I mean, I think it's way easier to bluff this as well. I think it's harder to bluff the other spot, actually.
It's not hard to bluff the other spot if you have it.
I'd rather call ace queen.
You know, Jungle's going to be in Bobby's room tonight playing the biggest stakes in the world. Still like, did she freaking bluff me or not in that hand?
Whatever. That's what you get for 3-betting that shit hand before. It was a
I woke up in Bobby's room once. Couldn't find my clothes anywhere.
No.
Doyle there?
That was not a team eagle 3-bet.
Mike Gordinsky?
No, I'm talking about...
Oh, your friend Bobby.
Bobby Anderson. Who are you talking about?
The guy's room at Bellagio.
Oh, you mean the poker room?
Yeah.
Ooh, different guy. Different room. Different games being played.
Yes.
Like...
Both involving stud.
Some aggressive bluffs that you should probably have, but...
Dan's still going.
Whatever. Don't like the clapping. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just really... this is the kind of thing.
Probably had to return some videotapes.
The clapping?
The
Did you guys hear
clapping... Well, the clapping after the hand makes it more likely a bluff because you're more likely to get a pause for bluffing than me folding. My fold isn't like that crazy.
Oh boy. This is looking ugly. Somebody's gonna get hurt here. Either Jungleman or Xuan when another heart peels off.
He needs to still have chips after this, though. He may not.
I mean, this is Nearly half his remaining stack to call. He does call 13K behind, 30K in the pot, and he does run down Xuan, who has a redraw to a straight flush, though. This would be dirty. Get ready. I hope the cube is insured. Xuan cannot like this other heart once she gets called on the flop for that amount either. She checks.
You have like 30 behind, right? No, you have like 15 behind.
Closer.
I wish they would tell you.
I have 14 behind.
15 behind.
It should tell you, but it is your stack subtracted from 100,000.
Kind of fucked that up.
And we just lost Cleveland. Wow. Xuan checks.
More behind.
Jungleman with the nuts. Makes a very small bet on the end.
Manage, but not just.
It's just 1-6 pot, Xuan. Come on. Like trying to feed a squirrel. Come here. Yes, poker mindset coach, you have to factor in the chips in the pot. God.
If you're even bluffing like just a few hands, I have to call. Just like don't ever expect to be good here.
Nope.
Nice. Wow, that could have been totally different.
Xuan did call, it looked like. And now they're nearly even at chips. Kings again, back to back for Jungleman.
I just feel like there's just a solid chance someone tells me you were bluffing that one hand. This is the kind of trolling that's necessary. But I'm not losing very much. I'm just losing.
You're ahead now.
Losing fucking. Like, I'm ahead.
The audience is loving this. There's the 3-bet.
Like, if I lose, it's almost like a good thing. So at some point.
Yeah.
Hashtag justice.
Hashtag justice. Why is it justice?
Hashtag suck out.
I posed it in the form of a question.
Reckless Tyler says, cut to Jungleman accepting the WSOP main event bracelet, still rambling about that hand.
That's in November.
Yeah.
Are they still doing November 9?
October this year
It's
because of the
October 9?
election.
I mean, nobody expects to win 2 hands in a row with Kings. I mean, come on. 1 is plenty.
I think I read that in a book.
So annoying. Don't you want think that she can get 3 streets with a pair of aces? Or at least the second 2. I'm not sure what happened on the flop, honestly. I forgot already. Certainly bets turn and river. Big bet on the river. Dick Dan.
What's up?
What's up? She's the best.
Action's on you, Dan. Sorry.
Mr. Gates, your pizza's here.
What an awkward time this would be for the pizza he never wanted.
Jacks I would have folded.
He's still thinking about the last hand, by the way. This is not even a tank for this hand.
So silly. It's like this situation happens really way too often in this case. So stupid.
Nope.
I will make my decision based on the power of the earwax. I shall read the wax. The wax never lies.
Mediocre hand to call, I guess. Whatever.
He calls.
Nope.
Ace 8 runs down 2 kings. Hashtag no justice.
Did your Xuan add a little yay? She's doing good.
I thought she said hey.
There is some more.
Dan down to 20 big blinds.
Just gonna GTO it up in some of these situations.
You mean you weren't before?
So far my decisions have been reasonable.
That's not what I asked.
Oh, wow.
She is awesome.
Just like kind of whatever decisions.
That's the Nationals' philosophy. Finish him.
7, 8, deuce, all spades. Xuan's up and down. Jungleman with the flush draw. Xuan makes her straight on the turn. And she may opt to protect this with 3 spades out there. There's the bet, 42.70. Dan does not have a very costly second best hand. Winbot said he says give them a chair. What are they going to do with 1, huh? Bring it on down to Valueville. Pot-sized value bet, and Jungleman can't call.
Oh, I get confused there actually.
What just happened? Did you mean to fold or did you?
Fold
No,
it
I
10
meant
high.
to fold, but I thought you moved it.
I did.
No, you didn't.
You just bet.
I bet. You just folded, right? What was so confusing?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Kicking him.
I'm so confused.
All I said is I didn't want to go to Olive Garden again. What's so confusing about that?
I know they have the free bread. I just don't want to go.
Xuan calls the turn with the best hand. Full house for her on the river. Jungleman's checked, and looks like Xuan knows she can bet this for value. She certainly doesn't expect to fold out better, I don't think. And Dan's down to 14 big blinds, which are now at 8 and 1600.
Joe, we just received official confirmation of tomorrow's match. It is LA Sunset against the Moscow Wolverines. Chance Kornuth versus Andre Patachuk.
Xuan puts Dan all in. He folds. He's down to 10 big blinds.
That's at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
I couldn't have called you the other hand.
Uh-oh.
We are all in on both sides. Domination Nation. Dan starts off out in front with ace-8. Some chop opportunities. Looking very likely to chop now.
At least they're not going to give me a 5.
Chop it up. 9s and deuces with an ace.
Joe, what are your thoughts on people chopping?
Well, I've heard that some people occasionally have positive feelings toward a pot that gets chopped.
I got you.
Jungleman shoves Jack 8 suited. Xuan's going to call with ace 5. Jack on the flop, looking good for Jungleman to double up.
I'm doing some of them.
I just want...
Looking real good for Jungleman to double up. In fact, it is a definite eventuality.
5-4 handed, GTO'd it up.
So Dan up to 20 big blinds. Xuan down to 29. She still does have the chip lead. We could very well see major action on this hand again. Queen 10 suited for Xuan.
The guy that tells me he doesn't raise a boat back. I had a boat, of course. That's what he says, but I don't believe him actually.
What's he talking about?
Like, better bluff than a fucking...
Yep.
Than a... Whatever it is, than a... better bluff than a value raise. Ridiculous.
Xuan's limped in. Dan's made a pretty big raise here.
Maybe I could call just because maybe I don't raise some flushes, I'm not sure.
Xuan just calls in position and flops really well. 2 pair.
Joe, before this match ends, Winbot City says, bad decision wearing heels. Xuan told us earlier that her feet have a high arc, which allows her to wear heels. I will research this by going to model shows, etc.
I feel like feet talk will never get old on the internet. So well done, Twitch. Xuan betting at this. Jungleman calls, not going to leave himself very many chips behind.
Oh.
And Xuan turns a full house. Jungleman drawing deed on the turn. Checks the river.
Lucky Frog, good read.
Furrier says she runs so good. JDA 119 says I'm indifferent towards feet in general. There's the all-in from Xuan.
Now all I have is bullshit. Actually, I have what should be a terrible hand to call with.
Correct. Jungle folds down to 13 big blinds. 1,000, 2,000.
Dan?
It's pretty weird people commenting on Xuan's luck in this match. I really don't think she's been particularly lucky.
The first game, she wasn't lucky at all.
She folds sometimes.
Pappy agrees. How's it running good when it was a flip pre-flop? I think people are pretty hard on girls a lot of the time. It's just weird. Like if a girl wins, she's lucky. I mean, sometimes you're the best hand, sometimes you don't. It's what you do with it. Sensi says, now all I have is bullshit. Thanks for the strat, Jungleman. It's my kind of strat. Jungleman, it looks like is about to face a raise from Xuan.
How did I just call?
It's weird because it says check already for her, which is bizarre. Not really sure how she can check, but there we go. She's raised.
I think it's like frozen or something.
Just take the option available for you. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Okay, 8-6-4. Here's a flop. Xuan bets 4K. Jungleman gets tired of this nonsense and jams. Xuan is going to have to call.
She has to, right? Yep.
She does call. Jungleman needs to hit,
It was a troll.
and he's going to need to hit on the river.
No, I was legit confused.
Queen's hold.
Really?
Match over.
I kept on clicking check, but it was like, I thought it was forcing me to raise.
There, I just did my default option.
Okay, game. Sorry
Yeah.
you didn't get your first win, but not sorry, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to wait a few seconds as they start to exit the cube because it's very important to me. Hopefully I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. Jungleman, that was me clapping, but it was because you made the right fold. I was clapping for you. I was on your side.
Oh.
What?
He's still thinking about that hand
Yeah,
as he walks
no.
by. Poor guy.
Yeah, it was me, but I was on his side. I was glad he made a good fold. I like seeing good folds in poker. I know it's boring, but that's kind of my jam. And so I'm sorry that you heard it, though. It's not my intent. Maybe we're going to have to make sure that doesn't happen again because that's the whole point of the thing is it's supposed to be soundproof. But yes, I was on your side, Jungleman.
I can't wait till October. Well, live on ESPN, final table time, and Jungleman thinking about that hand, and Lon and Norm looking at their notes going, what's he talking about? Which hand?
When he's still
pretty
commenting
good.
on that hand.
Yeah.
That'd be great if Jungleman cares about the GPL that much that he's still talking about it months later. Eric, what is the end result of this match?
I mean, we keep on saying the rich get richer. Here they are, the Montreal Nationals, 17-point lead on the LA Sunset. Worst case scenario, they leave Las Vegas with an 8-point lead. As LA does have a game in hand, they get to be in the cube tomorrow. Chance Kornuth against Andre Patachuk. That is tomorrow morning, and then the Berlin Bears. Hey, 9 points out of a playoff spot. Again, it's a good result here. They were way farther than this just a few days ago. So 9 points out of a playoff spot. Paris does have a game in hand, so we'll have to see how that shapes up. But for the moment, not so bad.
Okay, well, hopefully Jungleman is not angry with me because my clapping got him on tilt. We're going to find out right now because both he and Xuan are down on the floor with Laura.
Yes, they are. Congratulations to the Montreal Nationals taking 6 points. Another win for the team.
Thank you, I'm ecstatic.
Good.
Probably a career accomplishment, career highlight to this point.
Do you hate Joe? Do you hate Joe?
Oh, no.
There you go, Joe. He doesn't hate you. Woo! Let's,
Clapping for me. How could I hate him? I thought he was clapping for her.
No, we're all clapping for everyone. We all love everyone here, really. Talk us through the experience. How is it in there? How is it standing up compared to a normal poker game?
Similar. It seems that people are taking it seriously. This match, things did not seem to go very well for me. I was starting to think, fuck, am I getting run over, or what's going on here?
The girl
I
beat
made
you.
some hands.
Huh?
I made some hands.
Are you going to watch this back?
I'm a little curious. I definitely got a little curious there. I was getting very, very curious in this match.
And you're going to watch it back? We hope
for
you
sure.
are anyway.
It's going to be all over social media.
Could you take any tells from him? Could you see anything?
There weren't too many spots where like tells would actually come into effect. Most of the time it was either like more or less a clear fold or not.
Well, we hope that you enjoyed your cube experience, the debut. What are you up to for the rest of the day? Are you playing any poker, WSOP stuff?
I'm not sure. I'm going to take it easy. We still have some Girl Got Game stuff to shoot tomorrow, so can't really do much today.
And what about you?
I'm gonna do my thing.
What's your thing? Want to know what your thing is?
I don't know.
Hookers and blow.
It's going to go find some pizza, right?
No, not pizza. It's not part of my thing.
It's not part of his thing. Pizza is not part of his thing. We hope you have enjoyed the show with the debut of both Xuan Liu and the Jungleman here. Cube side, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank God everything's cool between me and Jungleman because I cannot afford to burn any more bridges on this show. We've got the mystery person from week number 1, Jason Moe, not too happy with me. Hopefully things are cool.
No, that's a combined effort. Jason Moe hates us both.
Okay, great, wonderful. Hopefully things are cool between me and Xuan because technically I was clapping for a good fold for Jungleman. So fingers crossed, everything is good there. Let's take a look at the league standings before we get out of here. Eurasia up first.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see Moscow in the cube tomorrow, Joe. They have a 10-point lead on London. They can extend that lead seed. London does have a game in hand. We saw Hong Kong earlier today not being able to pick up any points.
Womp womp.
So they'll finish third or fourth once this session is over here in the summer. And then the Bears, like I said, 9 points back. Suddenly, things are looking up. Paris has to play New York, a pair of fourth-place teams, Joe. So we'll have to see what happens there. But all is not lost suddenly for Berlin and for Rome. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Still a lot of work to do. You'd rather be in fourth than in sixth, obviously. But it does look like there's a race being formed in both of these conferences.
Speaking of tunnels, you know where there's a lot of tunnels? The Americas.
Lots of them. There's one right down the street. Speaking of those tunnels, those Las Vegas Moneymakers played earlier today. Scott Ball with a big sweep, a huge sweep. San Francisco was playing so well that they were actually, separating themselves from the Moneymakers. No way. Scott Ball, 21 points in 3 matches this summer. They are done for the summer, but now just 7 points back of a playoff spot. The New York Rounders, a lot of pressure coming up on Thursday against the Paris Aviators. A lot of pressure on that team. They need to score points because if not, then suddenly the Rounders are in trouble, and I don't think Bryn Kenny expected that heading into the summer series.
My babies, there are only 3 more matches left to be played in the GPL Summer Series. Tomorrow is the Moscow Wolverines, Andre Patachuk against the LA Sunset, Chance Kornuth. That is coming up, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. Then just 2 more days of GPL action, and we are done for the Summer Series.
We've been cleared out, and you are actually officially suspended Friday afternoon and onwards for the clapping, so...
The great clapping incident of the Jungleman Xuan Liu match. That's all the time we got for today's show. I would like to thank both Dan Cates and Xuan Liu for being here. For Laura Cornelius and Eric Dennis, I am Joe Stapleton. Smell you later.
Can't get enough of the GPL? Head over to globalpokerleague.com for the most complete and up-to-date standings, schedule, stats, and information on your favorite team, as well as full-length match replays, highlights, and epic hands from all of our matches, and much, much more.
Breathe the air just like a fire, we can't control it. See explosions in the sky, moving faster than the sun over horizon. Can't sit over feeling high. Body's moving slow. 'Cause this love is all night. Moving faster than the sun. Explosions in the sky. There's a pyramid made of power with eyes that can see it all. Cameras to capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining the life of mankind. Of cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper. Assemble the masses, melt the plastic compound. Realign when the shit gets drastic. Lift the veil when the system's unmasked. It's just another pyramid scheme, a government racket. Combined with the power of Charles Jurassic. Nation T-Rex with covert tactics. Rise from the ashes to back the atlas. Bring the madness. Capture your image at City Hall. Realize they listen whenever you make a call. If you want a revolution, I really give it to y'all. Strength is the army that bands against bands of dead presidents, determining the life of mankind. The cancerous, how we breathe vapors. Greek got us blinking in the streets like cheap paper.